Now you see it, now you don't. If you want to learn how to do a clean removal every time, this is the video for you. Because by the end of it, I'm going to be showing you exactly how we do it. So stick around. Hello there and welcome back to our channel. Now, in today's video, I've got an extra special treat for you. Because without a doubt, the most popular videos I've done have been around the removal of vinyl, flock and DTF. And one of the most common questions I get asked is, how do you do a removal where it leaves no residue? And my answer to that is always, well, it's a little bit tricky. But in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. And I'm going to show you a method that I've not shown before. So if this sounds like the video for you, stick around. In today's video, I'm going to be restoring this lovely Hull City 2006-2007 shirt. I mean, it's got dodgy Nameset on the back, was Clark 9, Gentex battered, even the Adora on the front is battered. So I'm going to replace all of that. But before I do that, I'm going to show you what a clean removal can look like if you do things the right way. And this method I'm going to use, shout out to Alex Harris on TikTok, a guy that gave me the inspiration for this video. I've done a one-to-one video call with him and we went through a number of things, and he's a lovely guy. Check him out on TikTok, doing some really good football shirt restorations. And if you're interested in doing a one-to-one, then have a look on our stand store. There's the link up there to our stand store and you can book a one-to-one. But without further ado, I'm going to take you through fixing up this shirt. So let's go over to the other side. Here we are over on the bench. Now, what do we need? We need a board. We need a light box, Pyrex. We need a scraper. That's my trusty old one, but you can get these. There's a link up there. You can buy a set of these. These are perfect. Look, polished edges around the corners. There's no sharpness that's going to damage the shirt. Handmade. If you want a set, it's up there. But I'm going to use this one, which is the one I've used for years and years. Now, we need pot for the debris, and we need some spot solve. Now, this is the magic ingredient for doing this removal, but make sure you watch all of the steps because I don't want you to miss out on any of the key details. And it's a little bit different to a standard removal. If you can't find spot solve, and I am still working with the manufacturer to get a nice list of EU-based suppliers. If you can't find spot solve, then you need to find a solvent-based spot stain remover. It's the solvent in this that is going to do the work. But what I'm going to do now is, let's make a bit of space. So this will only work for DTF. You can see this is DTF. Well, one, I know it's DTF, but two, you can just about see behind it that is like silver backing. If we look at the down here, you can see it's the black backing. So this is classic DTF. You try and use this on vinyl or flock, you're going to struggle. But yeah, for DTF, this process is what you need to follow. So what I'm going to do is I am going to spray some of the spot solve to the back of one of the letters. Now, spot solve, like I say, solvent based, so it's the solvent that's going to work its magic, but it has a bit of a longer dwell time, much longer dwell time than DTF remover and VLR and what have you. So you need to leave the spot solve on the back of the letter for a couple of minutes and let it do its magic before you move on to the next step. So I'll be back in just a minute. And if this sounds like the sort of video that you want to see more of, please remember to click like, subscribe, hit that bell notification icon, and hit the hype points as well. The hype points really help us. And if you subscribe to the channel, you won't miss out on any of the future videos that we release. We release them every 2 weeks, and I always try to do new and engaging content. If you've got any ideas or things that you want to see, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. But remember, hit subscribe. For every new subscriber we get, I save another football shirt. It's been a minute. Let's take it off, and we're going to just start pulling it around like we would with VLR or with DTF Removal. So we're just going to pull it all around, but we're going to give it a little bit longer than we would normally. Look, oh God, look, you see, yes, got to be careful because the solvent will get on the front, and you've got to make sure you don't smear the paint around. So let's just, you know, have a bit of a kitchen roll handy so you can wipe it up. But I'm just going to focus on this one letter, so I'm pulling it around. It's been probably 2 minutes since I sprayed it on. Keep pulling it around. Now, it's a very hot day today, so it might be that if you're in a cold climate that you need to leave, you can leave it a little bit longer before it starts evaporating. But because it's quite a hot day, this will start evaporating a fair bit quicker than a cold climate. But as you can tell, I'm not very good at multitasking. I'm not very good at pulling the material around and talking at the same time. But this is now probably ready to move on to the next bit. You can see that it started cracking and it's all looking good. So I'm going to move over onto the board and show the next step. And if you're new to football shirt restoration, or even if you've been doing it for a while and you need a bit of support and guidance, like I say, you can book a one-to-one call with me, or if you want, you can download the ebook that I've created, where I've pulled together all of my techniques into a single, easy to read document, loads of pages full of it. Check it out. It's available now over on my Stand store. Over 110 pages, packed with insights from more than 5 years of football shirt restoration experience. It covers everything you need to know, from identifying materials to solvent safety and advanced techniques for removing even the toughest name sets. We're going to put the shirt over the board. Sorry about that, I just jogged the camera, which has given it a little bit of a jolt, so apologies. So now here we go, here's the L, and we're going to use our scraper and we're going to go and just give it nice strokes, but don't double do your stroke. Look, if you look there, you can see the back there, the white silvery kind of backing. That's what shows that it's DTF. So let's wipe it off. So do a single stroke at a time. You just got to be careful not to smear the remnants onto the shirt. I mean, look how easy it's coming off just with the spot solve. Now, the beauty of spot solve is because it has a longer dwelling time, it spends longer sitting on the adhesive, and therefore it eats up more of it. So most of that is now up. Now, whereas I would normally go round and do the remainder, do the rest of the letters and get it all to the same point, what I'm going to do is just get this letter so even the residue has gone. Now you can see it's looking pretty good already. But on to the next step. Now the next step, you can either use a cotton pad or you can use white fibre cloth, and you're just gonna give it a rub. Don't push it too hard. You don't want to be pushing things into the material. But you just wanna give it a nice rub, and it should be coming off. You can see it's coming off. Now I can feel that actually the spot solve was pretty much evaporated. It feels pretty dry. But even though that looks really quite good, I'm not totally happy with it. I'm going to be able to get it so it's totally invisible. But for me to do that, I need to get the rest of these letters off, because I need to apply the spot solve to the front for that last bit. So I'm going to go along, get all of the letters off and get them to the point where I move on to the next step. So bear with me and I'll be back. Here we are, we got it all back. I mean, look, it's looking pretty good, but it's not quite good enough for me. So on to the next step. Now, next step is to spray directly to the front. Now remember, this is solvent based, so if you start spraying it, if I was to start spraying it on that 9, that will make the ink or the paint in the DTF start getting smeared all around the shirt. So it's really important that you don't do this step until all of the colour is gone. All I can see is a little bit of residue, not a lot, but a little bit of residue. There's no ink there, no paint there, so I'm safe to spray it on there, but I don't want to get it on this bit, so just be really careful. I'm just going to spray it on the front, a little bit there. I'm going to give it a minute or two, and then I'll do the next step. It's been a couple of minutes, and I'm going to get my scraper, and I'm just going to go along, and I am going to scrape off any remnants of the residue. Now, there's not a lot of residue. It's done a really good job on that first kind of pass, but the whole point of this is showing you how you can do a really clean removal with no residue at all, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you. There's a couple more steps, so please make sure you stay to the end and watch all of the steps so you don't damage your shirt or miss out on any of the key bits. Now, I am now pretty happy that is as far as I need to go with the scraper. But the next step is really important, because now what I need to do, use the cotton pads, and I need to start mopping up some of this and just giving it a little bit of a rub. And you want to be looking for any colour coming off onto the cotton pad, because that will show that it's almost certainly the adhesive of a little bit of ink. But now this is a sublimated shirt, so you've got black ink and you've got orange ink. If you start doing the black bit first, black will go onto there, so you don't want to be then going on to the orange bit. You need to make sure you use one cotton pad per colour, or you can use multiple cotton pads per colour, but don't use multiple colours per cotton pad, if that makes sense. So let's go back through this, and it's a little bit coming off, so I'm going to do the other side as well, but I'm not going to do the black. I'm going to use another one to do. That's it. There you go. And I'm going to get a fresh one, and I'll do the black. You can see, look, it's a bit of black on there, so you just don't want to get that onto the orange. Now, I am pretty happy with this. This is looking pretty good, but we've not finished yet. Look, you see, you started to hit the ink on the 9. We're not finished yet. There's a couple more steps. So what I'm going to do is I am going to get the 9 off and the Gemtech at the bottom, and then I'll be back. Here we go. The shirt is now, everything's off. I mean, look at that. That is totally clean. Now, you can see where the Gemtech is. Actually, that looks like where the dye has come off with the old sponsor. I'm going to put a new Gemtech on anyway, but this is a prime example of what might happen. Is it might, in the removal process, might pull some of the dye off of the shirt. That's just kind of one of those things. But if you look at the 9 and where it said 9 Clark, there is nothing. It's totally clean. But we've got to race against the clock a little bit, because we need to get this washed and ready to show you the end result before I finally press a new Nameset back on. So because it is a solvent, you want to ideally get it washed before it all evaporates, because what it might leave is a nasty kind of smear mark around the edges where the solvent has kind of gone out and then evaporated. So I'm going to respray some spot solve across the shirt. So you can see at the bottom there is like the border from where there's solvent there and there's no solvent there, so this might leave a line here. So I am going to spray a bit of spot solve across the back. In fact, let's just do it Now we're going to give it a bit across the back. And the purpose of doing this is so that it just kind of vitalizes, if you like, rehydrates the solvent on the shirt so that there's no stains that get set in. So that is now fully sprayed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bung this in the wash. Now, I'm not going to go into the washing process. There's a video up there to teach you how we wash shirts. But in a quick summary, bung it in a washing bag, a laundry bag, bung it on a 30, no conditioner, and hang it from the bottom. So you hang tops from the bottom and bottoms from the top to dry it. But I'll be back once it's washed. And here we have it. Look at that. It's finished being washed. It's come out. It's nice and dry. And there is not any residue left on that shirt. Look how clean that removal is. So what do? Well, first of all, this is just on DTF. This process will only work on DTF. The spot solvent will only work this well on DTF. Don't worry about vinyl. Don't use it on flock. Spray spot solve to the back in the same way we would use any other solvent. Pull the shirt around, let it dwell for a bit. Use the scraper, get all the colour off. When you've got the colour off, you're going to spray some more spot solve to the front. You're going to use the scraper again to get rid of all of the residue. Finish off with a cotton pad. Don't share cotton pads across colours. Make sure you dedicate a cotton pad to a bit of colour so it doesn't transfer anywhere. Bung it in the wash, let it dry, and this is what you're left with. So the purpose of this video was to show you how to do nice clean removals, and that is exactly what I've done. And if you've loved this video, you're going to love this one and this one.